intrude on yours, mine, and her, in this case, privacy. They're willing to overstep the mark as what's classed as acceptable and decent in terms of intrusion. So what's to say when they receive that the Freedom of Information request to give the dossier over, that is only going to be partially complete? I mean, who is watching them? Because there is nobody higher than them who watches those type of people. And this is a problem we've got. And I wish I could remember who made the comment, who watches the watchers, or something similar like that, because it's very, very true. They are at the top tier of the surveillance, and there's nobody that they account to. So what about their actions? And as we saw,
and now there is a big debate in the States over this, but actually in the context of torture. Now I should mention, now there is a new report. I think it's a Sunday type report, a major one of those big scandals revealed on Sunday, and it's complicity of Britain in the torture by the CIA in a remote island somewhere. So that the CIA has got this thing. It's called black sites. Torture sites in different countries such as Poland, I think Lithuania, we know about Lithuania, and now I suppose it's one of the islands colonized by the UK, is being used also as one of those sites. And the point is, the CIA is now under a lot of attack for torture, and the major issue is when the Senate in the US is accusing the CIA of overstepping their rights, their authority, whatever, in doing torture, which doesn't bring any real benefit and doesn't produce any real, evidence. Torture is very good to intimidate people or to punish people. It's not very good at producing evidence because people just say whatever it takes to stop the suffering. So it's just not the right tool for extracting evidence. And now that the Senate says that the CIA is showing that the CIA is completely corrupt, the CIA is retaliating specifically against the group and the team or the office, whatever, of Dianne Feinstein, who's a senator in California, and she comes out complaining that they are trying to destroy her because she's willing to tell the public what they're doing. And this is a great example of, not in the case of surveillance, but human rights violations, where the CIA is not accountable to anyone. And if the Senate tries to hold them accountable, then Senate is suffering retribution, very serious, scary steps. Nancy Pelosi, I think she's former now spokesman for the White House, she says openly, like, we, the politicians, were afraid of the CIA. We are literally afraid of them. So who's in charge now? And here in the UK, GCHQ, through the United States spies and British politicians. So what if you were a British politician, would you really be willing to take on the GCHQ knowing that they got everything about you? And only the people themselves, they know what they have to hide. They know every person's got something to hide, or something that he or she would rather not be public. There's something that can be at the very least somewhat harmful to the career. So they know that these people have got a lot of power. So of course they're not going to be challenged by, especially here in the UK, I think surveillance, the criticism against surveillance has been very weak compared to some of the groups that you see in the States that really go out publicly against it.
Well,
I've not seen any protest here.
What I'm going to suggest now is that this discussion about privacy and GCHQ and all the other facets of that has taken up most of the show. I have an appointment, and I suggest we split this into two, carry this on maybe tomorrow or Tuesday.
Okay.
Like Roy. It's been very, very interesting. It's been a great return for me, I must say, because, like I say, after being out for a year, I thought I'd be a little rusty, and it wouldn't feel as normal as it was when myself and Roy were doing it every couple of days. It's been an absolute pleasure to do it again. So what I suggest, I go off and watch my Portland Timbers, hopefully win. You go off and kindly do all the encoding and the hard work, which I hasten to add for people listening. Roy does all the hard work to this. I'll just talk a bit on the microphone, give you the pleasure of my dulcet tones, and then leave it to Roy to get up onto the web. So thank you very much, Roy. And we continue this either tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on who is what your timetable is like.
Yeah, so hopefully we will do it on a regular basis.
Yes.
The one thing I said we should cover is this whole issue of surveillance. A lot has been happening, and we've covered quite a few things today, and we didn't really touch any of the GNU Linux free software things quite as much as we could have, but we can leave it for the next shows and try to do kind of a roundup of the past few months or year worth of news. So yeah.
Right, well, thank you everybody for listening. I know it's probably been a while that you've heard me, probably if you listen to this audio cast for any period of time. So for the people that have picked up recently Annie's audio cast, I apologise you've had to suffer my tones as well. Look forward to you downloading it again. Thank you very much, Roy, for having me back, and we'll speak again in the next couple of days and hopefully have another episode released.
It's Friday night and I'm gonna get sauced. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. He tried to boss me and was outbossed. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. Underneath his Freeper Bridge, hoping goats will cross. Quoting Ashcroft and Tom Ridge, I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. He's even dumber than Mickey Coss. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. Wouldn't last 2 minutes with David Frost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. His worldview sounds like pro wrestling, although not as nuanced. Behind his eyes the wind's whistling. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I kicked him off a Pentagon and Atrios. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. He's permanently banned from daily costs. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. And in November, W and all his thugs will toss. We'll try to fix America. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. And all you trolls out there trying to aggravate everyone with your stupidity, illogic, and blind, unthinking devotion to the Bush regime, this section is especially for you. I'm not going to name any of you out loud, not wanting to give you even the slightest possible notoriety, but as you sink under the weight of your own asininity into an intellectual La Brea tar pit, you can imagine that I sing your nom de guerre right now and bask in a stolen fame you don't deserve.